Okay guys, today I wanted to show you how to change levels. I have explained how to do this in my earlier videos, but I know this is a popular topic, so I wanted to make a separate video just showing how to change levels. Just to give you an example, I've created this level here. We have to fly this rocket through this obstacle course. And in this case, when I complete this level, it will go to the next one, or I can just press L for debugging, and it will go to the next level like that. So just to show you guys, the first thing you need are a couple of scenes. I've created a folder for my scenes. I have these 3 levels. I have over. This is the level you're seeing right now. I have this level called through because you have to go through these barrels. And I have this last level where you just have to go underneath the barrels. Obviously, this is the only completed level so far. The others are just to show how to change levels. As I told you before, the first thing you'll need are multiple scenes. So I have this over, through, and under. Then if you go up here to File, press Build Profiles. Here you can see my scene list. So I have a scenes over, under, through. Notice it has the name, but it also has a number. This is the build index. So I've created a script for this. I actually do it in my collision because when I collide with this landing pad, then the level changes. I've just made this method here, respond to debug keys. So if I press L, then the SceneManager loads the new scene. Just ignore the rest of the code right now. And I'm calling this method in the update. So it constantly checks if I press L, then I want to run this method. So you need to use this class called SceneManager. Right now, if you type SceneManager, maybe nothing will happen. And that's probably because you're missing the using up here. To explain it briefly, imagine this SceneManager as a tool you need in your toolbox, but the toolbox is limited to the things you have up here called using. So if I remove this using Unity engine.scenemanagement, as you can see, the SceneManager does not exist in the current context. So if I click on show potential fixes, you can see that it's suggesting adding this using. It basically says, well, you're trying to use this tool, but you don't have this in your toolbox. Do you want to expand your toolbox by adding this using? Yes, I do. So now it's back using Unity engine.scenemanagement. So you can use the SceneManager in a number of places. Here I use it on my collision enter to check if I collide with the landing pad. Then it loads up the next level. I can also just use it in the context of debugging as I do here, pressing the L key. And just to show you what the line does real quick, if you go SceneManager dot load scene, loads the scene by its name or index in build settings. And if you open up the parentheses, you can see it has some overloads. So here it needs an integer called scene build index. And here it needs the string scene name. If you remember from before when I showed you the build profiles, it had a scene name. In this case, it's over, and it has the build index. So either you can use 0, 1, or 2 in my case, or you can use the names over, under, or through. So in this case, when pressing L, I want to load the level called through. I've used my string scene name. So I'm playing, but if I press L, then it loads up the next scene. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.